Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Story Time with Grandma Pat. And today we have a wonderful story, and it's about a little boy and his grandfather. And the name of our story is These Hands. And it's written by Margaret H. Mason and Floyd Cooper. Look at these hands, Joseph. Did you know these hands used to tie a triple bowline knot in 3 seconds flat? Well, I can still show a young fellow how to tie his shoes. And here he is. Grandpa's teaching him how to tie his shoes. Look at these hands, Joseph. Did you know these hands used to make the ivory sing like a sparrow in springtime? Well, I can still show a young fellow how to play heart and soul on the piano. And here he is. Grandpa's teaching Joseph how to play the piano. Look at these hands, Joseph. Did you know these hands used to pluck the ace of spades right out of thin air? Well, I can still show a young fellow how to do a waterfall shuffle. And Grandpa's teaching Joseph how to play cards. Look at these hands, Joseph. Did you know these hands used to throw a curved ball faster than a dive bomb in Honeybee? Well, I can still show a young fellow how to hit a line drive. And here's Grandpa playing baseball with his grandson and teaching him how to hit the ball. Look at these hands, Joseph. Did you know these hands were not allowed to mix bread dough at the Wonder Bread factory? Did you know these hands were not allowed to touch the bread dough in the Wonder Bread factory? These hands were only allowed to sweep the floors, work the line, and load the trucks. Because the bosses said certain people would not want to eat bread that was touched by these hands. This is Grandpa working at the Wonder Bread factory. Well, these hands joined with other hands, and we wrote petitions and got them signed. We carried our signs. We raised our voices together. And now, these hands can mix the bread dough, no matter what color they are. And now these hands can touch the bread dough, no matter what color they are. Yes, they can. Look at these hands, Grandpa. These hands used to not be able to tie a shoe. Here's Joseph. He can tie his shoe. Joseph can play the piano. Joseph can shuffle the cards. And Joseph can hit the ball. Now I can do all of that, Grandpa. Plus, these hands can make a fine loaf of bread. And here Joseph is making his own loaf of bread. Why, yes, you can, Joseph. Look at those hands. Those hands can do anything. Anything at all in this whole wide world. Yes, you can. And boys and girls, that's just to let you know that you can do anything. Anything you set your mind to do, you can do it. All right. Thank you, boys and girls. See you tomorrow night on Story Time with Grandma Pat. But one more thing before we go. Parents, I'd like for you to click on subscribe. It's a little button at the bottom of the screen. And if you subscribe, then it'll just give you a warning and let you know the next time Grandma Pat puts a new story up. And then you can watch the new stories along with all of the old stories. Thank you again. Bye-bye.